Hello, my job today is divulge, which is something like whistleblowing, but you will notice a difference. It's about gangstalking and mind control while driving a car. I have a similar presentation in German, but it is not word by word. It is too difficult for me, so it is an own presentation but with a similar content. My name is Ruth Heinzelmann. I live in Braunschweig, Germany. It is 2016 now. I am something like a targeted individual, but I'm sure you will notice differences. Okay, I explain what mind control and gangstalking causes while driving a car. I wrote 2 headlines in a newspaper the last month. 84-year-old mistook gas pedal for brakes. 2 people died. That is mind control, mistaking something. You have the wrong picture and the wrong action in your brain then. Gangstalking. Driver beats pedestrian because she was walking too slowly. I remember a headline in about 1995. There was a warning that people try to cause rear-end collisions. Rear-end collision means the car in front of you drives slowly and you bump into it. You are the one who is responsible and had to pay for 2 cars. So it is dangerous to be the one with a rear-end collision. The contents here today, I explain 7 situations, 7 cases which took place, some several times, but some were just example what is caused outside. Obstruction by a woman blocking the road slowly, car body damage caused by a biker, car pretends to turn but it stopped, car goes extremely slow without a chance to pass for me. Woman tries to cause rear-end collisions, car pretends to turn but goes straight on. Fortunately there was a rescue for me. Threatening me several times with head-on collisions, which means somebody bumps into your car. This one then bumping into your car is responsible, but it is very, very dangerous situation for your life then. A rear-end is more for your money, dangerous for your money. Okay, mind control influence while driving a car. I explain some examples and how your actions while driving can be influenced by mind control. Used elements in all these cases, they are causing hurry. You have to meet an appointment. You have not so much time as you should have been. They cause mental pressure by difficult situations before the difficult situation comes. There was some difficult situations before. That is mental pressure. Kneeling with you with slowness very often. They cause inattention, e.g. by talking to you with mind control or via voice to skull. Or they show you something, or you see something and reflect, oh, what can this mean? And that is not a good thing while driving a car. The others often have witnesses, assistants, and they have conventional explanations. They are usually, certainly, they are no gangstalker. It is not with intention. They have a very, very conventional explanation why this happens. Okay, sorry, it's a bit late. Case 1, obstruction by a woman blocking the road slowly. An appointment had to be kept. I had to carry my son from theater. An alternative routing was caused by roadworks, so I have to pay attention to this alternative routing. Then 2 times I had to sidestep rapidly because there was a bus and a car. I don't remember. I had to change the lanes 2 times. And then a woman closed the door of her car very, very slowly, and she blocked the whole traffic lane, so I had to reduce speed. At that moment, unusual for me, I had a very, 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 very strong rage feeling, very strong. I saw all experience provocations, all injustice, all problems these gang stalkers caused before, and everything all raged together. And I had a thought picture and an action: overrun her, she had to be dead. I didn't. I felt pity, which is called Ruth in English. I was so laughing when I read it. Sorry. I felt pity for this woman, because her death would not have been useful to fight against injustice. It is not. It does not help if somebody is slow and you kill her. After that, so I reduced speed, nothing happened. After that, voice to skull told me, your sister would have overrun her and your cousin too. I don't know if this is true. Causing rage is one goal of gang stalkers. Many old handicapped people or children are used for that. They create a picture of an enemy, which is not good if old people are your enemy. You can imagine what they can cause for these old people then. Or grumbler, not just in driving a car, also in discussions. So grumbler, oh, this is bad, that is bad, you have to be careful when. So this grumbler also are enemy pictures. Case 2, car body damage caused by a biker. An appointment had to be kept. I have to drive with my children to the doctor. A biker was waiting at a crossroad, looked into my car, then rode behind me through a little wood, and he drove like that, and he was wiggling and waving, and it was so strange. I had to stop at another crossing. And when I wanted to start again, I heard a big bang behind me. I got out of the car, the biker was laying on the street, and at that moment another car stopped. An old man got out of it and said, "Oh, what are you doing there to this young biker?" And I got very much fear of this biker at that time. Then a woman came and said to me, "You may continue driving." And as a result, I did it because I had so much fear of the biker. I didn't want that this guy knows my name, my address. I just saw something little broken at my car, so I decided that I don't want that this man knows my address and my name. He looked drug addicted and extreme aggressive, desperate and malicious. Later at home I recognized that not just my car's backlight was broken, also a little bulge was in the car wing. It was an old car, it wasn't really money damage, but it was different than I thought at that time in the wood. Then my 7-year-old son told me the biker had pushed his bike into my car. Okay, case 3. Car pretends to turn, but it stopped. I was driving to work. A car stood on the left-hand side and in a police drive and pretended to start 2 times. The car in front of me reduced speed, but fortunately he didn't slam on the brakes. The other car then turned behind him and slowed down in front of me. So first I had to slow down and to brake, to reduce speed. 2 times because he intended to turn, and then I had to reduce again because he slowed down in front of me. Case 4. Car goes extremely slow without a chance to pass for me. I was driving to my work. The car went extremely slow, which meant 50 kilometers on the countryside highway instead of 100 kilometers per hour, and 40 kilometers in a village instead of 50 kilometers is allowed. In Germany we drive about 58 kilometers per hour, so 40 kilometers was slow. I lost about 10 minutes, and it wasn't the first time, and usually they use big lorries or farmers' vehicles. In 2010, 2011, I never saw a truck or lorry there. Now I see each time there are some in front of me. Case 5. A woman tries to cause rear-end collisions. Okay, I was driving to my work. A car behind me went straight on, although it was placed in a lane where you have... Oh, I hope you see. Also, although the car was placed in a lane where you turn right. She went straight on, and I drove very left then, that we didn't have any, that the cars didn't touch. Then the car was queuing behind me, and then when I saw this car and the license plate, I remembered this car because it was a very noticeable license number. It told a story to me from my life, so I recognized it because this car had tried to cause rear-end collision several times at that place since the last 2 years. I saw this car, I think 3-4 times, not just causing for me, also for other cars. She did it by sudden slowdowns. At a place where I could stop, I stopped my car, blocking her. It was a stop, and I stopped there, so she had to stop. It is a common situation. She had to stop, and I went out of the car. I argued with her about dangerously, and she said, "Oh no, I have to drive properly." Then, what makes this a completely stupid situation, the woman driving in the car behind her started to honk her car. She was in a just like a panic attack, and escaped, ignoring all rules. She drove over something where you are not allowed to drive over, and she escaped. My voice to scalpers told me she would have been the witness of the other lady. Okay, after that excitement, I got punishment for blaming an offender. When I continued driving, I got very hard, strong heart trouble. Maybe it was for banishing her witness, and I also had told her Google gangstalking, so I don't know exactly for what, but in general the whole situation is when you are not protected enough. I didn't make amendments to my TI story for some months, so I wasn't protected enough not to get trouble, but I told them, please, everything which is necessary to explain others what can happen to you, and when you lose protection, and what causes fear to others. The other TIs are they have sometimes so much fear. I told my worst to scalpers, whatever is necessary to do for me, I do, and whatever is necessary to cause for me, please cause it that I can explain. So I think blaming an offender, it wasn't the first time, blaming an offender makes trouble to you, depending, oh sorry, it is spitting, they make me spitting now. Depending on the group the offenders belong to, you get this heartbeat, or you get strong, you die feelings. There are several things. Case 6. Car pretends to turn but goes straight ahead. Rescue for me. 3 days before Covert Harassment Conference 2015 in Berlin, I wanted to turn right from a supermarket car park on the street. I wanted to turn right. A car came from the left with the right blinker on to show that she wanted to turn into this car park. The car slowed down, and the car slowed down, and the woman turned her steering wheel to the right. What I remembered at that time was that her face was altered with the shadows. I turned right, but the other car went straight on, which would have meant that I had to pay for this accident, when I cannot prove that she had her blinker on. I was so shocked, but the woman had to slam in the brakes immediately. I was told they overmodulated, they overruled the mind control of this lady, so she had to stop immediately. Then after 50, I decided to talk with her. I was guessing, I was arguing with myself, but there was no chance. After 50 meters she turned right. So this was her explanation, not right into the car park, but right into the next street. Case 7, that is just this one foil, threatening me with several times with head-on collisions caused by dangerous passing maneuvers. So somebody coming in front wanted to pass something like a bus, another car, and would bump into my car. I reduced speed every time, and every time this either the car was successful or went back. It was, I don't know how many times they tried it, 4, 5, 6 times during the last 2 years, I think. Okay. In this English video I get much more punishments than in the German ones. My knees, my feet, everything's aching now. Okay. But I can think better than when I tested it. Okay, mind control influence while driving a car. You cannot estimate the correct speed, so is it faster, is it slower? Usually I wait when I don't know the speed, the real speed of the car. Repeating movements. That is what I recognized when in the year 2000. I had to stop and to look right and left, and I look right and left, and I look right and left, and I look right and left, and there were 2 girls passing my car and giggling and laughing, and I had to look right and left and right and left. Ruth, you're so stupid. So repeating movement. Also I had to engage a gear and know in front of my garage, is the gear on? I engaged it again. I had to engage it again. Okay, I see the distance wrongly, so I drive back into my garage and I know the wall is there. I had to stop, and when I look at it, the wall isn't like that. The wall is like that. It is so embarrassing for me. I cannot see the distance correctly. I have problems to remember my way. Do I have to pass? Do I have to turn this or that? Not a way I drive every day, but if I stop for a week or just a month, I cannot remember. It is not just by It is not just when I drive it, or it is also when I go through the town. I have always, I live here in Braunschweig since 1993. I have always a town map in my pocket because I lose my way. I lose it every time. Color of a car can be altered, license plates can be altered. I saw some cars which have I don't know how to, a black color which isn't shiny. It is unusual. I don't know the word, sorry, I haven't prepared for that. This black cars, not with a shiny color on it, they can be changed to other colors. I don't know if this is correct. Okay, then sneezing suddenly, which went, and then somebody, not me, fortunately not me, I wrote it several times in the newspaper, you may, you get, the light is very bright, and then you bump into something. That is mind control. Getting dazzled. 30 years ago, the sun was so bright, shining, I liked the sun, it was bright, no dazzling. Today I also get dazzled. Okay,